Hollywood out west, New York City out east. Both locations are home to the film industry, but guess what? We've established a third coast when it comes to the movie business. Most recently, the movie Dallas Buyers Club has been nominated for an Oscar. That film was funded by a group right here in Houston, and it was those local investors who helped to get that movie made. And a television movie on the Lifetime Movie Network was the highest watched movie of the year that they aired. It was made by Houston filmmaker Michelle Mower. Please welcome her to Great Day to tell us why the Bayou City is getting big in the movie business. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right. How's that popcorn?
Oh, it's delicious. I love it's like flavored popcorn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Although you do have a concern about eating popcorn on TV. What is that?
Oh, I have a running joke with my dad. Every time we have a holiday, he's always taking pictures of me with, while I'm eating, in the middle of eating. So this one's for you, Dad.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah, we don't need any more video of that. Okay, here we go. Take this away. The whole movie business. There are so many people who feel like they have a movie in them, but we don't get it out. You kind of took it to movies early on. Your sister worked at a movie theater.
She did. When I was very young, I had an older sister who worked at a movie theater. Theater no longer exists, but I would spend many afternoons with her at the movie theater watching films like Grease and so forth. And I just, I loved being in the movie theaters. I loved watching films.
Was that her way of babysitting you? Here, let me take you to the movie.
I think she was a really cool sister. She just took us everywhere. She just loved having her little sisters hanging out with her. So so she definitely influenced me early on. I developed a love of writing and storytelling. So I think that naturally evolved into a love of filmmaking.
Yeah, because what you just talked about, a whole lot of people, but that's where it ends for them.
Right.
So how did you actually get started? How did you jump off the ledge and make it happen?
Well, first of all, I went to University of Houston here locally. I studied radio, television, film, and so that sort of got me introduced into the world of filmmaking. And then I expanded on that when I worked for a local nonprofit media organization called SWAMP, Southwest Alternate Media Project. And my job was to bring film workshops to Houston. And so it was great because I was developing independent filmmaker. I could say, what would I like to learn about as a filmmaker? And then I would create a workshop to teach me whatever aspect of the filmmaking process I wanted to learn and bring in someone to teach it. And it was a great opportunity, the best job you could possibly have as an up-and-coming filmmaker.
And you learned all the aspects, about co-producing and directing and hiring actors and the whole bit, which is so important. All right, so again, we all might have this foundation already set, but then it's a whole other deal when you start approaching networks to run your movie. So Lifetime, which we love, daytime on Lifetime, Lifetime television. We've all watched a made-for-television Lifetime movie, right?
Yes.
But when you approached them, how did you do that?
Well, I had already produced my first feature film called The Preacher's Daughter, and it stars Andrea Bowen, who was at the time star of Desperate Housewives, and one of the stars of Desperate Housewives. And so when we made the film, I found a sales agent who sells to cable television, and they sold a number of films to Lifetime. They watched the film, and they said, "We think this is perfect for Lifetime." They took it to them, and they bought it. They loved it.
In fact, the highest watch movie for that year.
Yeah, it premiered August of 2012 and ended up being the highest rated movie on the Lifetime Movie Network of the entire year.
Did you expect that?
No.
Yeah. What was the basic premise of that one?
The premise of The Preacher's Daughter was a young woman who's been estranged from her family for 4 years, gets into some legal trouble, is forced to go back and live with her parents, who her father's a minister, to get her life straightened out, and then, all the drama that ensues out of that.
Yeah. All right. So that one was so successful. And once you have that first one that you hit out of the park, it's easier to do the next one. The next one you did is The Preacher's Mistress. Let's take a look at a soundbite from there.
We are truly blessed to be here on this beautiful, beautiful day. I can't tell you how much joy it brings me. See so many smiling faces out there ready to hear God's word. Amen.
Oh, yeah. This is...
I love the intense music.
This is the best stuff. This is the, send your husband and son out for the weekend, go camping, and then you bundle up in your little feety pajamas and you watch these movies. Why is it you think that we're so, avid about these particular movies?
I think that they, especially for me as a woman, I think that it gives us an opportunity to tell a story from that woman's perspective. You don't really see that a lot in some of the mainstream Hollywood films. So having a film that addresses women's issues from the female perspective, I think is definitely a big part of it. And there's no, that's why that their largest audience are women.
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of these movies are based on those true stories that we may not have ever seen in those headlines, but that whole thing of art imitating life or life imitating art.
Right.
All right. So congratulations on your success, first of all. And we've heard the conversation over and over again about how Texas really is trying to become more of that third coast with the film commission, a whole bit in Houston, more where those movies are produced, because we have everything here.
We do.
So what is it going to take to really push us over the edge?
Well, I think that a lot of it has to do with education. We have to get a film school here in Houston that is a top-notch film school. So it starts really with the education. And that's why it was so great. As I said, for me, working at Swamp, I was able to get that education I needed. And so having the education, and then also having a film culture, having people actually go out and attend screenings of independent films.
Yeah, because we have a big art culture here with their museums and things.
We have people, they go to the museums, they go to the theater. We need more people going to movie theaters to watch independent films, not necessarily just the big blockbuster.
Celebrating the craft,
Right, not just the big blockbusters at the local Cineplex, but the art house cinemas, the Sundance Cinema, Alamo Drafthouse, the Museum of Fine Arts Houston, Rice Cinema.
And when we show that interest is when we draw in the best of the best.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I can't wait for your next one. All right. You can catch The Preacher's Mistress tomorrow night on Lifetime. For more on the show, you can log on to greatdayhouston.com. Well, they don't call it the great state of Texas for nothing. From Big Bend to the Piney Woods, we've uncovered some hidden gems that would make a great vacation. We'll take a trip across Texas next.